Diddy was on the porch. They threw a pipe and hit Diddy in the eye. It fractured his eye. All this was fractured. This is a metal plate in his eye. He had to go to Henry Ford Hospital where they was able to replace all of this. Renee, you don't know that story. Why are you telling a story you don't know?
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and yes, Devall's brother Lamar, aka It's Homage on TikTok, decided to post another video about Devall and Renee. He did say hashtag the truth. Now, I haven't seen if Renee and Devall are still talking about the situation, but it looks like Devall's brother does want to get some more things off his chest. So this is what he had to say.
Another thing Renee addressed, and she had no part of it. She was nowhere near. She wasn't even existing. What happened to his eye? Renee, how you going to tell a story you wouldn't there? Renee, you trying to tell something you wouldn't there, and he's sitting there letting you tell his story, a bold-faced lie. So let me tell you what happened. So we was cool with two sides of the party, okay? They have Buddy and Earl, and then they have Kenny and his family. Buddy and Earl and his posse didn't like Kenny and his family. So one day, Buddy and Earl decided to go and they posse go tear up Kenny and his family house, right? So we cool with both, all right? Didi was at Kenny and his family house, which is Regina, Kenny, Tamika, and all them. So Earl and Buddy goes over their house, destroying their property, busting out their windows, throwing all type of shit. Kenny and his family comes out the house. They on their front porch, talking blah, blah, blah. Didi come out the house, blah, blah, blah. They talk. Well, Didi ain't talking. Didi not really saying nothing. But Buddy and Earl and his posse get to throwing shit again. They threw a pipe. Didi was on the porch. They threw a pipe and hit Didi in the eye. It fractured his eye. All this was fractured. This is a metal plate in his eye. He had to go to Henry Ford Hospital where they was able to replace all of this. Renee, you don't know that story. Why are you telling a story you don't know? How can you tell a story you don't know, Renee? You a piece of work. But he sit there and he allowed you to tell that story. As if you was there. Now, we was cool with both parties, okay? We was cool with Earl and Buddy and his posse and Kenny and Tamika and Regina and their family. We was cool. We all was cool. But Earl and Buddy and them, and they was not cool. So this is the story of what happened to Devall I. My mama was at work when this happened. When he got hit, they took him to Hurley Medical Center in Flint, Michigan. And then they took him to Detroit because Flint, Michigan couldn't do nothing for him. But then they took him to Detroit. And Detroit at Henry Ford was able to get that eye healed. Put this metal plate in there. This is why his eye is messed up. And let me tell y'all something. I cracked a joke about that eye. But I hate that I did that. Because at the end of the day, he was a very attractive young man. He was a very attractive young man. They f***ed over him. Yeah, they did. But he don't make it no better smoking them black and mouths, them black lips. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That was his thing right there. That was Devall's thing. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That was his thing. But, man, Renee, stop with the foolishness. Stop with the foolishness. Because we know. We know everything. We know it.
So I guess Lamar wanted to let everybody know what exactly happened to Devall's eye. He feels like Renee should not be speaking on it because she wasn't even there to see exactly what happened. But let me know in the comment section, do you think Lamar has a point? Do you feel like Renee talks about things that has nothing to do with her? Is it that she's talking about situations that she wasn't there for and that's the problem? And why do you think Lamar does want to come out here and speak his piece? There are some people saying that he's just doing this for clout, he wants attention, he wants money. But then there's other people saying that they understand why he's speaking out because Renee was speaking on their family for years. So let me know down in the comment section, what do you think? Just let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you in the next one.
Don't do it, because I was about to open that door, and if he came through my door, if you're gonna come as a man through my door, try to fight me, try to do that and act like a female, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect myself. I had boiling hot water coming before they came because they told me that they were on their way. Anyway, so it's like this girl, like now this girl knows we live at blah blah blah. So my husband ends up coming home from, they arguing over the phone. My husband was at work at the time. He ends up coming home. The police is at my house. They don't call the police. So I'm trying to get all the papers, the visitation papers. So we're like, no, he has visitation papers. She never allows him to see him, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I don't know how, but they ended up saying that she needs to go get a paper to get the child back. A couple of days later, 2-3 days later passed, right? That goes at nighttime, I'm sleeping. Now, you guys, during this time, I'm gonna tell you why this is sad at the end of the story, at the end of this, because yeah, things just changed very much. During this time, you guys, I had developed the most strongest bond with my stepdaughter that I've ever, because she was with us for a while. She was with us for a while after the second kidnap. I didn't develop, you guys. She started calling me mom. She was like, mama, mama. And I'll be like, yeah. She'd be like, she would just want to fit in. You guys know how I am with my family. You know, guys know how my kids are. You know how we are together. She wanted to be a part of that. We wanted her to be a part of that. And she was like, mama, mama. And she would cook next to me. She would wear my clothes. She would like, I don't know, wear my robe and my shoes. She would just love to be around me.
Come back around, my baby.
Oh.
Goes around, my baby. Goes around, come back around.
It's just like, she loved it. She loved that I accepted her so much. Like, I gave her every single thing that I gave Jalen and everyone. I dressed her and Jalen like twins. I did both of their hair together. I just like did everything. I was so excited, and obviously wanted to work very hard to like show her that she's accepted and to be a stepmom. You guys, I'm not a bad person, you guys, and I'm not, you know, they have stepmoms out there that you guys, if you have a good stepmom or a stepmom who loves the kid, you guys be grateful, because they have stepmoms out there that is so evil and that wants bad for the kids and that's very jealous of their own child. That's a real thing. Anyway, so I fell in love with her. Anyway, so the second night comes, they're outside with the police. I'm sleeping. It's dark. I guess she don't went to go get her papers. His daughter, my stepdaughter, comes and wakes me up. She's crying profusely, you guys. She's like, wake up, wake up. They're here to get me. She's crying. She's like, they're here to get me. They're here to come pick me up. They're outside. And I'm like, my heart starts beating. I'm like, oh my God, I was so sad at the way things were happening. It was just like, just waking up to her being so hysterical. And I go outside and they sitting in the car and they talking to the cops. So in the car was her and her mom, my husband's baby's mom, and her mother. My stepdaughter's like hugging me and holding me and laying on my chest like this, and I'm rubbing. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. Her mommy's right there, looking at her like this. So evil to the point to where, you guys, I swear to God. So eventually the cop ended up taking the baby to her mom, to the car, walked to the car, and the cop came up to us and said, here's my number, you guys. If you need me to say anything or you need a witness anything, you can call me. He was telling us that she was giving her child this horrible look, you guys, this like evil ass look, like she was gonna kill her, I guess because of her bond with me, because of the bond that she had with me. And her mom gets out the car, you guys, gets out the car and starts sprinkling some type of dust outside of my home. And she's like, in Jesus' name, I bind the devil, in Jesus' name, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, you have